Welcome to Sense and Nonsense A to Z, where we pick topics based off of the letter of the day. Today is episode 8 of season 3, featuring the letter H.
We're family and we're your hosts, AT and Z, so let's get started. Hola, Z.
Hola.
Yeah, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Hey, summer solstice. It's my favorite bunch of days, the longest days of the year, my favorite.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, when you have daylight, what is that, like 14 hours of daylight?
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It's hard to get the kid to bed, though, because it's still light outside.
Yeah.
And he's like, no! And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I know it's daylight. Go to bed.
Yeah, please.
Is there anything going on?
Coming up this weekend, I have my friend's annual Turkey Fest that happens kind of 4th of July time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to that.
Thanksgiving in July, huh?
Thanksgiving in July. There's picnic foods and stuff too, but a turkey is cooked, and there are Thanksgiving sides and stuff, cold salads and stuff like that too. So looking forward to that.
Is there going to be pumpkin pie?
Usually not. Usually there isn't. No.
But that's the best part.
I know.
We have discussed this.
I know. No, there's usually not. My friend makes homemade ice cream, and there's usually a couple of flavors of homemade ice cream, which
yummy.
Is really, yeah, it's delish.
I'm sure.
So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
What about you? Anything going on?
None. No, it's right now it's rainy, but like I said, it's summer solstice.
Yeah.
My favorite.
All right, let's get on with it.
All right. So I've got a quote.
Okay.
From one of our favorite people, Mel Brooks. Humor is just another defense against the universe. I like it.
About this. Yeah, you like it. Yeah.
I like it.
Well, you got to give the guy some consideration. I mean, he's turning 97 tomorrow,
Awesome. Yeah.
So happy birthday, Mel.
Yes, happy birthday.
Let's go beyond normal.
Okay.
Humor and laughter are a big part of both of our lives,
Okay.
And I think it's a huge part of what makes life worth living.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy is one of our favorite genres.
Yes, definitely mine.
Absolutely. I mean, when I'm absorbing media, things that are growth oriented is probably my first go-to. But next on that list is comedy.
Oh, my first is comedy.
I know. I think laughing every day is very important.
It's healthy.
It is. It's good for your internal organs. It's good for your mood.
It's good for your soul.
It is. Not only can you use humor as a defense against when things get too heavy or things go awry, but it is
like the quote says, right?
Absolutely. It's also an amazing salve or cure for when your mood is just low and you're just flat energy, Yeah. Laughing lowers cortisol in the blood and floods the brain with dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. So it is quite literally the best medicine.
Yeah.
Although it does have some side effects. Sometimes I've laughed so hard my stomach hurts or my face hurts. And sometimes it does make me cry. But whether you're taking this quote literally or figuratively, Mel Brooks is speaking some real truth here.
Yeah.
Make it a point to incorporate laughter in your everyday.
Yes. Well said.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a top 10 list for this week. Now, this is the healthiest fruits, according to Medical News Today. So, take a guess. What came in number 1?
Apple.
Apple is there in the top 10, but that came in number 7. So, here's number 1. Lemons. Superior antibacterial, anti-cancer, and anti-diabetic properties. The second one that came in was strawberries.
Really?
I would never have thought that would have came in so high.
Yeah.
For its richness of fiber and potassium for a healthy heart. Number 3 makes sense to me. Oranges. Richest sources of vitamin C for the immune system. And also vitamin C helps your body absorb iron. Number 4 was very interesting. Limes. Another high source of vitamin C, like oranges, right?
Mm-hmm.
And antibacterial and antioxidant properties such as lemons. So the combination of oranges and limes, there you go.
Yeah, I like limes. I prefer limes to lemons.
You do?
Even, yeah, lemons are a little tart for me. They make me do the pucker face, but
yeah,
but I do like the limes.
I like both, yeah. Number 5 is grapefruits. Number 6 is blackberries because they're high fiber. Number 7, as we talked about, was apples. Again, high fiber, right? Number 8 is the superfood of fruits, pomegranates.
Yes.
Number 9 is pineapple because of the manganese.
I find that crazy because pineapple has an enzyme in it that actually eats you.
Yeah.
It eats your body.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have a pineapple mask, or, you know, like a scrub. Let's see. And number 10, rounding it out at number 10, is bananas.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm shocked by that.
Obviously for the high potassium.
Yeah, but there's a tremendous amount of sugar in bananas. Like tremendous.
I mean, between the fiber and the potassium, bananas is a good thing. But just as a side note, avocados came in 11 and blueberries came in 12. I would have thought blueberries would have been higher up on the list.
And avocados too. They're super healthy for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So avocados and blueberries, they're like, again,
I thought they were
superfoods.
high. Yeah,
I thought so too. And I got to tell you something. I looked at a couple different sources to see a good top 5 or top 10.
Yeah.
And it was pretty general, just like this. But lemons was on a lot of lists. So
how about that?
Yeah. So there's our top 10. Actually, top 12, right?
Yeah.
So we have some A to Z headlines, and it all has to do with game shows.
Ooh.
Too bad this isn't letter G, right? But
I know.
These things just happened. The first one, a contestant on The Price is Right, Henry. Did you see what happened to this one guy?
No.
He guessed the correct price and won a trip to Hawaii. While he was jumping up and down and celebrating and waving his arms, he dislocated his arm.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me?
No.
Was he elderly?
No, I would say he was about 30.
What?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
His wife, Alice, had to come up on stage because he couldn't spin the big wheel.
My God. Poor Drew.
I know. It was funny. And he took it in stride. I mean, he's such a professional.
Oh, yeah.
Henry just dislocated his arm. It was good. It was bad, but it was good.
Yeah.
Pat Sajak announced that he will be retiring next year on the 41st season of Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
He's been doing that since 1983.
I know. And I've been watching it.
Of course.
On and off since then. So it's like a really weird thing. I heard a thing that Seacrest might be taking that position.
Oh, I
think
can see that.
Really good. I think
I can definitely see that.
I don't know if that's for sure. That might just be a rumor that's being floated. But yeah. And I'm wondering if Vanna is going to stay or not.
Well, doesn't she have a daughter too? That filled. Oh, so who has?
Pat's daughter.
Did she fill in for Vanna one time or something?
She did. She filled in when he was having some stomach things.
Yeah. Just recently.
A couple seasons ago. Yeah. And she filled in that week while Vanna hosted. Vanna's not a very good host, so I hope they don't put her in. She's the sweetest lady going. But
she's wonderful.
She doesn't have the comedic chops and wittiness to be a host. So I hope they're not thinking of moving her there, but
probably not.
But Maggie Sajak, she helps out, and she's also some kind of like social media guru for the show.
There you go.
So, yeah.
All right. So sticking with game shows, there's been a whole bunch of criticism of Mayim Bialik's hosting of Jeopardy.
I hate it.
And some of it's been really nasty online. I know before we started, we were talking about some nasty comments that are going. You should see some of this stuff that's going on with.
I like her as an actor.
Yeah.
I do not like her at all. Like not even a smidgen as a Jeopardy host. I do not like her. I do not think she does a good job. I don't like it at all. I can't even watch it. Not even on mute.
Here's one of the things that were written, and this is one of the nicer things. Her giggling at everything, including daily doubles, is one of the most off-putting aspects of her hosting. And that was one of the nicest comments.
Yeah.
You know,
she's very off-putting. My grandmother actually asked me, does she have a condition or something? The way she moves her body is so awkward and off-putting after everything. She like moves her head in this like strange way. And then she pauses continually after every answer a contestant gives and waits to rule. It's very upsetting. It's very upsetting for a long-time Jeopardy watcher to watch her.
Who loves Alex Trebek. I know.
I love Alex.
Oh, we all
mean, Ken is the host. He needs to be the host. He
does a good job.
He does. And he's been in trivia his whole life. He knows how to pace the clues. He knows how to like.
He's pretty smooth too.
He is, and he was kind of trained by Alex Trebek. You know, they were friends, and so Mayim, they keep putting her in there. They say some people like her, but I have never seen a majority of comments that are praising her in this. Yeah, like I really don't. Like, she's got other attributes. I just don't think this is a good fit for her.
I hear you. So that's our headlines for this week.
All right. Speaking of Mayim, let's do the Big Bang Therapy checklist.
Oh, right. Yes.
Season 4, episode 4, The Hot Troll Deviation.
And the name of this episode just screams Howard, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And actually, it's funny because Amy is not in this episode.
No, I know, right?
All right, so Howard and Bernadette have broken up before this episode, and it's because Howard did a stupid thing, and he doesn't want to tell anybody what that stupid thing is because it's really embarrassing. And Sheldon and Raj are in an epic tit-for-tat battle over office furniture. Once Sheldon tells Raj that he cannot have a desk in the office because there's no money in the budget. And basically, it's Sheldon just trying to control everything and maintain dominance and have the upper hand over Raj since they're working together.
That's right.
So we started off and the guys are in the Cheesecake Factory, and Raj and Sheldon are arguing, and Raj tells Sheldon that he's so arrogant that if he was a superhero, his name would be Captain Arrogant and his superpower would be arrogance. And Sheldon's like, wrong again. If I was a superhero, my name would be Dr. Arroganto if my superpower was arrogance. So in order to shut Raj up, Sheldon calls Penny over.
Right.
And she's like, what can I do for you? He's like, oh, nothing. I just wanted to get Raj to stop talking. And then Raj tries to whisper to Howard, and he's like, no, he won fair and square. Suck it up.
That's right.
So Penny says, well, I'd ask you guys if you want dessert, but I know Sheldon doesn't eat dessert on Tuesdays. And even if Raj wanted something, he couldn't tell me. Right. Howard won't order anything, but he will come up with some sort of skeevy comment involving the words pie or cheesecake. And Leonard's lactose intolerant, so he can't eat anything here without his intestines blowing up like a balloon animal. And he's like, hey, I could order the fruit platter. And she's like, do you want the fruit platter?
Does it have melon?
Yeah.
I can't
eat melon. So then Penny's like, heads up, Howard. Your ex-girlfriend just came in.
This is my favorite part.
He's trying to decide how he's going to play it.
How am I going to play this? Sophisticated and relaxed? Friendly, non-committal? Cold and distant? And then Bernadette turns towards them, right? And then he ducks under the table. That was my laugh out loud moment.
He dives as if his life depends on it under this table. And Sheldon's like, I see you went with pathetic and frightened.
And then Raj says it's one of his best moves.
Yeah. In the cafeteria at work, Raj and Sheldon continue arguing. Raj wants a desk, and Sheldon's
they're working together, and he wants a desk in Sheldon's office. I get that. Yeah.
And Sheldon keeps trying to block him. And Howard's like, well, what if he buys his own desk? And he's got no answer to that, so he's got to allow it. Howard entreats Penny to help him with Bernadette. And she's like, I got to know what happened if I'm going to help you. He goes, well, you know in Warcraft? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, well, you can have sex with other people. And she's like, oh my God, you know. So she does wind up helping him out.
Yes.
Howard and Bernadette have a conversation in the Cheesecake Factory that Penny keeps interrupting.
I love that.
I know that.
Complimentary nachos.
Oh, it's just like, oh my God. So it turns out that Howard was having sex with Glycinda the troll under the Bridge of Souls. And he's telling Bernadette that the reason he did this is because he didn't have a real woman. And she was like, I was right there in the next room while you were clicking that troll's brains out. But it turns out that Howard and Bernadette never had sex.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, I was expecting you to make the move, but you never did. And he's like, oh, I thought you didn't want me to do that. So anyway, it was a big misunderstanding, and he decided they're going to give their relationship another chance.
Right.
So Leonard is conveying this information to Sheldon while they're walking through the halls of Caltech. Sheldon's like, why are you telling me this? And Leonard goes, you know, sometimes your movements are so lifelike, I forget you're not a real boy.
They give him such good lines.
Yeah, they really do.
They really do.
Yeah. And so Sheldon opens his office door and is stopped immediately by
another
his
laugh
death.
out loud moment.
Oh my God. It is so funny. And you pan in and you see Raj has got this gigantic dominating desk. And Sheldon's desk looks so tiny against it. And he's like, what are you doing? This is not a desk. This is a Brobdingnagian monstrosity. And Raj goes, is that an American idiom for a giant big ass desk? And he's like, actually, it's British.
I love that Raj tells him to say it again.
He's like, say it again. He's like, Brobdingnagian. He's like, once more, Brobdingnagian. He's like, three times fast. So Brobdingnagian is the catchphrase because he keeps saying it over and over. And then he's like, remove this from the office. And Raj is like, no. And Sheldon's like, yes. No, yes, no. And Raj goes, I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. I can do this all day. So this starts their tit for tat battle.
Yeah.
And it just escalates.
I like it when Sheldon says the size is completely disproportionate to its purpose. And then Raj says, well, seeing as its purpose is to piss you off, I'd say it's spot on.
Yeah, it's spot on. It's so good. Then later, Sheldon's playing Indian music that Raj hates, and Raj has turned the thermostat up to Mumbai hot.
Right, because his side of the room has the thermostat.
Exactly.
And then he brings in a parakeet.
Yeah, because Sheldon's afraid of birds.
Right.
And they get into this marshmallow gun / Nerf gun fight. And when you go in and it pans into their office, you can see on the whiteboard, it says Babylon 5 Pawn Spock. So that's our Spock alert.
Okay.
It's pretty funny. And Leonard and Howard open the door to see them fighting like this, and they're just like, and they close the door again. The last thing that escalates it beyond control is Sheldon creates this like sulfide ammonia gas or whatever, and it's highly flammable and it smells terrible. Yeah. And Raj is like, I grew up in India. There's cows in the street and nobody's ever had a solid bowel movement. The smell doesn't bother me. And he's like, let's see how it fares against my cinnamon apple candles. And he lights the candles and whoosh, everything goes up real quick, and he comes out and his hair is all burnt up, and he's
all burnt on the face.
Yeah. And he's got the bird.
Right.
It's just like, this isn't over. And he walks out.
And I like the t-shirt that Sheldon has. It's the dark green Green Lantern one. It's an awesome t-shirt.
Yeah, it's a Flying X t-shirt. It's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
He has a couple t-shirts in this one.
Yeah, he does. That one that he was wearing in the cafeteria with those weird geometric like maze things on it. I've never seen. That's the only time I've ever seen that shirt. I don't think I've ever seen that again. So obviously the biggest cringe stuff is around Howard and his troll.
This is true.
But before Howard and Bernadette get back together, he is going to have fun with himself in his bedroom.
Right. And this is my cringe moment. When he walks into his bedroom in his silk
pajamas with his leopard print feet and everything,
and the mood lighting and the mood music.
Oh my God, everything. And he lights up the lightsabers on the wall. It's terrible. And then he gets into bed and he goes, well, my dear, we meet again. And it's Katie Sackhoff from Battlestar Galactica.
Right.
And they're talking about it. And he's like, if we focus on this too much, it'll all fall apart. And then she turns into Bernadette. And he's like, why are you here? And she's like, that's because you want to be with me. And he's like, I'm confused. And then George Takei shows up. He's like, oh my.
Oh, can I help?
Oh my God. So one of the belt buckles that Howard wears that we can see is Pac-Man.
I like that
it's
one.
Super cool.
Yes.
So let me ask you, who do you love most in this episode?
You know, as much as I like Penny, I like her a lot, and I like her little tidbits that she had in this. I'm going to go with Raj on this one.
Me too. I am going to go with Raj as well. The witty way he deals with Sheldon the entire episode,
exactly. Yep.
You know, all his good comebacks and everything. I think I'm going to go with Raj as well.
Really good. It was real good. Or Howard's mother. Howard, have you seen my girdle? That was funny too.
She's always good. Yeah. So that was season 4, episode 4, The Hot Troll Deviation. You got your envelope? Let's do word game.
The envelope, please.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Fingers crossed for a better showing.
It wasn't, what did we have? 46 last time?
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad. Come on.
I know.
Come on. Okay. My first one. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Tornado.
Hurricane.
A.
All right. That's a good start.
Yes. I like it when we start at a 5.
Hell.
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 Heaven.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just thinking of Hellraiser. I'm going. Oh, okay.
H.
Yes. Think H. Medical.
Health.
That was a good guess. Building.
Hospital.
Yes. I don't think I could have done hospital any other way.
I don't think so.
No, even if I said with some sort of facility. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fast.
Hurry.
Right track. Quick.
Hurry can't get out of my head here. Fast, quick. Ain't coming to me. I don't know.
Okay. Proper.
Fast, quick. I ain't getting it. It's not hitting me.
Should I do the rhyme?
Yeah, just do it a rhyme.
Haste.
Haste?
Haste.
Wow. I don't know if I would have gotten that.
That's a tough word.
It's a tough word. Oof.
That's why I'm like, hurry is like, that's the word, but I just
Yeah.
need a synonym. You know, haste. That's a hard one. That was really hard.
That was a really hard one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a onesie. Okay. Hopefully this will get us back on the right track.
Yeah.
Okay. Starving.
Hungry.
Yes. Yes. Hungry.
All right. I'm kind of hungry myself.
Yeah.
Oh. Thanksgiving.
Holiday.
Yay!
Yay. Okay. Airplane.
Hanger.
Oh, that's actually a good guess. Okay. Blades.
Helicopter.
Yes.
Love.
Hate.
Yes.
Yay. Okay, this might be a little tough, but I have an idea.
Okay.
Clammy.
Clammy.
Yes.
The only thing I can think of is pasty. Hot.
Weather.
Clammy weather. Humid.
There you go.
Okay.
Or judges humidity. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yep. That's definitely a twosie.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
two
a
guests.
tough one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hat.
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 Helmet.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man.
Right on.
It's the only H I could come up with. 43.
43?
43.
Oh, bummer.
I know.
It's
Some of these were tough. Some of these are tough.
It's still not bad because we did get a lot of fives. And humid and haste were tough.
Haste was the tough one.
Yeah.
But humid, you got in 2 anyway.
I got in 2, yeah.
It was haste. That was the tough one. Yeah. But that's
all
okay.
Right.
That's
Pretty
okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Word game, letter H.
Hope you played along.
I'd be interested to know if anybody got haste fast.
You and me both.
Yeah. Okay, I'm super excited for our Desert Island playlist.
Me too.
This is the first time. I love this segment. I love it.
Me too.
This is the first time we've done a female artist, and we're gonna do Heart,
which we both love.
Oh, when I was listening to these songs, I was just like, forget it. I love
the Wilson
so
sisters are awesome, boy. Let me tell you.
You know, I had a hard time because I love so many of their songs.
Me too.
And it's like the eras are mixed. So it's like, if I could pick 3 from like the 70s and 3 from like the 80s, it would be better.
So I'm going out on a limb and I'm going to say we're going to match 2.
Okay. Barracuda.
Yep, that was my number 1 also. Yep.
Yes, that means we match.
We matched 1.
Okay, that intro to that song should be like in some kind of like Hall of Fame or something just by itself.
It's classic. I just got goosebumps.
I have goosebumps that entire song. When Nancy starts with the guitar, it's awesome. And then when Anne comes in with her voice, just
Anne's
thinking
voice
about
is just incredible.
Gives me chills.
Yes.
It's just like...
Yeah. She has just the best voice.
Just the best.
Yes.
It's just the best. Okay, you go for number 2.
My number 2 is Crazy on You.
Oh my God. I had that as an honorable mention.
Oh, do you really? Okay.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
I do too.
My number 2 is Magic Man.
Oh, that's my honorable mention.
Isn't that funny?
Yep. So
I just love the lyrics to that song.
Oh, yeah, me too.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, number 3, go for it.
Okay, let's see if we match.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Never.
That's it. My number 3 is Never.
You got it? All right. See? We're right on it.
I love that song. I
do too.
love it. That's one of those 80s songs that's just fantastic.
Yep.
The video is great.
It is.
I just love that song. I love it. That was really a toss-up between Never and Alone for me, because Alone, I love Alone.
I love Alone too.
Yeah.
That's another honorable mention for me. However, with Alone, that takes so much gut out of me. When I sing Alone.
I know.
You know,
it makes you want to cry.
Yeah, and I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I know
it. It's not makes me want to cry because it's sad to me. That's not it. It's just that it takes so much of your gut to sing that song. Just tears just burst out just because you're singing it.
It's a very vulnerable, heartfelt. It's an incredible song.
It really is.
It's incredible.
It is my favorite heart song. I wouldn't put it number 1, 2, or 3 on my list.
Me either. No. Yeah. But I struggled. I was going back.
I did.
And forth.
Because it's funny, because when you had said, let's do Heart, that's the first song I thought of was Alone, and I wrote it down. I wrote it down. And then as I was thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I'm on a desert island. Yeah, that's not going to be the 3 songs that I'm going to pick.
No, but I'm definitely singing Never. I'm definitely balls out Never on that desert island.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. All 4 of ours, I think we nailed it.
I think so too. I've got a couple other honorable mentions besides Crazy on You. I've got What About Love?
Okay.
And These Dreams.
I like that too. But I wouldn't put it on my
not on my not on my playlist, but
that's a separate list.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So do you agree with our picks? We'd love to hear what your choices would be. So leave us a comment on our Facebook page, Sense and Nonsense A to Z. Or if you're listening on YouTube, in the comments down below, and let us know which 3 songs by heart you would put on your Desert Island playlist.
Okay, a little A to Z sports for us. We just had the NBA draft. 19-year-old Victor Wembanyama from France. 7'5".
What?
Was the first draft pick. Yes.
Good gravy.
To the San Antonio Spurs. So Greg Popovich, he's going to be a great coach for this kid. He's obviously young. He's tall, very tall, very skinny and lanky, but he's good.
Can he just stand under there and
pretty much? Yeah.
Put it in?
Yeah, exactly. He was at the Yankee game throwing out the first pitch.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and Victor, stick to basketball. Okay?
Oh, no.
But it's funny, they had a close-up of his hands with the baseball.
It must look like a child. Like a
totally,
child's toy.
It was like you or me holding a ping pong ball.
Uh-huh.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
The Yankees on-field reporter, her name is Meredith Marakovich, of which she's fantastic. I love her. She always carries a microphone when she does her reporting around the stadium. She interviewed him. She's 6 foot tall, and she had to stretch up to get the microphone to him. She was funny.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's the way it is, I think, most of the time with these basketball players, aren't they? Yes. I mean, they're ridiculously tall.
Well, this guy, 7'5". It's huge.
Crikey.
Yeah.
Like stand on one end of the court and like just wing it.
Yeah.
Although you said he wasn't good at baseball, so maybe he can't hit it. Maybe maybe his one move is to stand there and just put it in. just swat all the other guys away.
Oh man. So talk about the Yankee game this past weekend. They played the Red Sox. There's a handful of teams that have these special uniforms, and they're called the City Connect uniforms. Obviously, it's to sell more jerseys, and, it's all a marketing thing. I totally get it. So the Rockies has a decent one. They have the mountains, and then it says Colorado. So, I mean, clearly you understand what their uniform looks like. Mm-hmm. The Chicago White Sox, they're black and white pinstripes and says Southside on it. I mean, I understand what the Boston Red Sox were going for. They were trying to support the Boston Marathon, and the Boston Marathon's colors are yellow and blue. And that's what these uniforms were. I was watching the Yankees playing the Red Sox, and ever so often, I do a lot of flipping in between because I'm watching the Mets, and I flip back and forth. And it looked like they were playing like a high school team because the Red Sox were wearing yellow uniforms with like a medium color blue stenciling that said Boston, and that was it. So I'm like, what part of Red Sox is that uniform?
Yeah,
at least
that's a terrible choice.
Terrible choice, yeah. There's been a lot of discussion about it. Why? I understand they're supporting the Boston Marathon as the colors, but really looked weird.
Why do you have to use their colors? You're the Red Sox.
I don't know. They could have done the regular blue and red.
Yeah.
Red Sox, right? Yeah. And maybe incorporated yellow someplace just to
maybe and just like put marathoners or something on there.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Why in the world would you do that to their uniform?
I don't know.
I don't know why they're even discussing that. Sometimes I feel like there's way too much discussion about things. Make a decision. This is a poor decision.
That was poor.
Change it.
Yeah.
We don't have to discuss it.
Yeah. A weird thing happened in between the doubleheader, too.
Yeah.
The camera caught the GM with his son they both had garbage bags and they were cleaning up in between the doubleheader, in between the seats. And we're like, wait a second.
Really?
Doesn't he hire people to do that?
Maybe he's trying to teach his son some responsibility or something.
That's the only thing that I was thinking of too. But it's funny that the cameras picked that up. And again, there's been some discussion on that. It's did you see that?
I think that's a really great thing, though, because it's like, just because we're the owners, the GM, the GM, don't think that you're too good to pick up garbage here.
I get it. I
applaud him for that, because many people who are in a privileged situation, when their children don't know a dang thing about hard work.
I know.
They think they're too good for stuff. So I applaud him for that. Way to go.
Yeah. So that's what I have. So it was a transition of the NBA into baseball. So there you go.
Right.
All right, we're up to Mrs. Maisel.
Sure are.
I know. It's season 5, episode 8. Can you feel the progression to the end?
Yes.
It's a buildup, isn't it?
Yes.
I do like the way this started, though. I do like this episode, by the way.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you did. Did you like it?
I really thought the first 20 minutes were boring. It was a snooze fest.
You know what? But I did like the beginning when Joel and Midge were summoned to Ethan's school.
I thought it was forced.
I kind of understand where this was going, because they were having flashbacks, and they do realize how much they love each other. How about when the principal says he's been rude, disrespectful, incredibly disruptive, throwing tantrums, and then there's the pipe smoking. Ethan smoking a pipe?
Yeah.
Not Ethan, your father.
Yeah. And here's the thing. When she reveals that and Joel starts laughing, that's funny. But she seems forced. Like, her laughter seems forced.
She kind of waited for him to start laughing, and then she laughed. I know.
Yeah.
I know. You would think that she would have busted up first.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like, what the hell? And then she's like, this isn't funny. And then Midge is like, we know funny. And it just seemed weird. Like, that whole thing just seemed weird, you know? I did like him asking her to go for a drink, though. I did like that.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. And then Midge went off to see her old school friends, and
boring.
I know. I thought so too. And then they found their notes that they left for their future selves, and Midge's note said, "Don't."
Yeah.
And
they don't explain it.
Sure. Yeah. No, I don't know. But the only thing I can think of is, and I'll mention that in a little bit.
Okay.
So
but wait a second. One thing during that I thought was hilarious was Midge using her vacuum that she won.
Oh, that was cool.
Like, oh, you do know how to use a vacuum. How about that?
That was funny. So during the previous episode, Abe realized that Esther and not Ethan is the genius of the grandchildren.
Yeah.
So Abe was trying to do an experiment on Esther to see if his granddaughter is the grandson he's been waiting for. And she's probably, about 4?
Yeah.
Would you say? Yeah. So he sees if her intelligence extends to literature. He leaves this book. And this is what I like about Rose. Did you put a piece of candy in the book?
Yeah.
No.
That I left her being in nothingness by Sartre. It's like,
are there pictures?
Yeah.
No. I'd still go with the candy.
Even just leaving her a book that maybe, an 8th grader would read or something, but not Sartre. I mean, nobody even reads Being in Nothingness. Who even reads that unless they're in college?
He even admitted that he just pretended to read it.
Yeah.
Like,
come on.
I don't even get it.
Yeah, a 4-year-old is not going to be interested in that. I don't care how genius she is.
Definitely not. So later in the episode, Abe is at dinner with his boss from the Village Voice and 2 other men. And he shares his revelation that women can be intelligent.
And that, in fact, she is stronger and has more drive and ambition than his son does.
Yep. And she did it all on her own.
That's right. And what might she have been if he hadn't ignored her and actually supported her? Yeah.
And that she was remarkable. Yeah.
It took him to 64 years old to figure that out. Because he finally admits that he's living in his daughter's apartment,
Okay, so over to Susie's office. And Dinah is just awesome. I really like her.
Yeah.
So she's trying to smooth over Susie's previous conversation to James about going on the Jack Parr show, that it's not his turn. And
she says, terrible conversation.
Oh, it was horrible. And then she has James on the phone. She says she may have been high.
Yeah.
As she books Susie a train ride to go personally see him to smooth this over.
She was only looking at it for as long as Midge has been with her.
Right.
She wasn't looking at it for as long as James has been working.
Yeah.
And trying to break through. And so she needed a shift in perspective, because all she's seeing is that Midge is getting passed over in favor of James.
Yes.
So, I mean, I see
because it's a man's world.
It is a man's world.
Okay, so over to the Gordon Ford show. Princess Margaret is on tour in North America. And everybody wants to book her on their shows, and nobody can. But Gordon Ford's wife, Hetty, had connections with the royals and got Princess Margaret to go onto the Gordon Ford show. And the princess requested to do a comedy skit with Gordon, which meant that the writers had to come up with something. And the writers knew nothing about the royal family. But Midge to the rescue, because she was an expert on Princess Margaret.
Yeah.
And she had some ideas. So she says, I'll work on those while you guys do the monologue. And then you have her taking over, right?
Yeah. 20 and 1. And she's like, oh, shoot. Go ahead. And he's like, 20 and 1. She's shaking them up, too, because they're complacent.
Yeah. So the show went really well.
Really well. I love this skit. She did a good job.
I did too. Yeah. And the actress who did Princess Margaret, she did a really good job. Yeah. And after the show, everyone went to the watering hole as usual. And then Hetty shows up there and approaches Midge. She knew that Midge came up with the skit. And Midge admitted that she came up with the concept, but she said the boys helped make it funny. And Hetty says, don't. And there's the note, the don't note, all right, to take credit for it. Which is true. Yeah. And then she asks her about Susan. Susan? Oh, Susie. Yeah. That they were college roommates. Of course, Midge goes to herself, I got to go talk to Susie. Yeah. She tracks her down at the train station and she tells her that.
This is very tense.
It really is. And she tells her that Hetty approached her and that Hetty said that Susie was a fighter and Midge wants Susie to fight for her. And that she had stormed into a bathhouse, hopped over Dick's to get James that movie. I want you to hop over Dick's for me.
She is trying to avoid interacting with Hetty in every way possible. She's coming up with every lame excuse in the book to try and avoid this situation. And she's not having it.
No, she really had no other choice. So she went on to go to the studio and found Hetty, approached her, and pretty much said that Midge needs a break and she wants her to do a favor for her, which was hard.
As soon as she says her piece, Hetty's like, wow, this must have been really hard for you. And she just turns around and walks away.
Right.
That was like the last thing on earth she wanted to do. Yeah.
So then you see the next morning, Midge comes to work and sees Hetty going up the stairs to Gordon's office.
Yeah.
And then Hetty tells Gordon that she has a request.
Yep.
And then when he hesitates and says, why should I do this? Hetty says, because you owe me.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And he was pissed.
He was pissed.
Yeah.
I don't know why he wouldn't listen to her.
Yeah.
Because she obviously knows what she's talking about. She just got him Margaret.
Yes.
Which is huge. And he thinks he's going to win an Emmy off her.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do what she said? Why are you being a stubborn ass about this?
Because he's a male chauvinist. That's why.
Every suggestion that Hetty makes for him
has been a winner.
Out well. It just doesn't make any sense. So Gordon is very mad. And when he goes out to kind of tell her he's going to call her up, she takes a phone call. She has to leave. But Hetty, she's a cool cucumber, man.
I like her.
A stone cold customer.
Yeah.
She just was like, you're doing this. And then she takes out her compact and
I know.
her lipstick. I was like, oh.
I know.
Hetty.
I know. There could definitely be a good spinoff to this.
Oh, yeah. I'll say overall this was a good episode, but
I think
honestly, the first 20 minutes, they could have wrapped that up quick. You know what I mean? I could have done without all her stupid schoolmates.
Me too.
We really
didn't need
to
that. I
be
agree.
shown the contrast between their lives and Midge's life. We didn't really need that.
But again, a build up for the last episode.
It's looming.
It's moving along.
Yeah. All right, I have some marginally deep questions for you.
Okay.
All right, number 1, hamburger or ham sandwich?
Oh. This one's a tough one for me. I'm going to say hamburger.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
With fried onions.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
Hamburger.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
Hamburger, definitely. I actually don't like ham that much.
Oh, I love ham. Yeah, I love pigs. They're delicious.
I love bacon.
I know. I love bacon.
Bacon on my burger.
And sausage and everything. As much as I love piggies, I really love piggies too. It's like, but they're delicious.
They are.
I know.
All right. Number 2. Have you ever read a Harry Potter book or watched a Harry Potter movie?
Yes, I've watched.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be a no.
For either?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've watched movies.
You watch
Harry
all the
Potter?
movies?
Not all of them. No,
Oh,
no. No, every so often I've watched the first one, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know I've watched another one, with, don't know what they were called. I know you know what they were called, but
Yes.
I don't know what they were called.
I have read them all.
I know you have.
Watched them all.
I know your answer.
I yeah, definitely. I mean,
Harry Potter is close to your heart.
it is close to my heart.
I
And,
know.
also Alan Rickman just being amazing.
Yeah.
Number 3. Again, you can tell I was hungry when I wrote these.
Okay.
What do you reach for first when you're hungry?
A cookie.
Mm.
Yeah. And I got to tell you something. Before, I reached for peanut butter.
Interesting.
Today. But usually a cookie. If I have a cookie, yeah, that's what I'll reach for.
Yeah.
How about you?
Lately, I will reach for almonds and dried cranberries.
Oh,
That's what
healthy.
I'm going for. I know. It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Previously.
But that's good.
It is good.
Yeah.
Previously, it would have been potato chips.
Oh, yeah, you're a potato chips
I
queen.
like potato chips.
that's
Lay's
true.
potato chips. Yummy. Nice and thin, crispy, light and airy.
Yeah. And you like the plain kind too, right?
Plain.
Yeah.
I like flavor ones,
Mm.
but plain is the best, the
Yeah.
favorite. Okay, number 4 is a little bit more deep. What activity makes you the happiest?
What activity? Things change as you get older.
Sure.
It
Yeah.
has to be an activity.
Activity. It has to be. It can't be just going out in the sun
Right.
and being
Right.
in the sun.
Right.
Has
Because
to be an
I like
activity.
that.
I know.
And
That's why I worded it this way.
okay. All right. Right now,
Yeah.
feeding my swans probably makes me the happiest.
All right.
Yep. So I am going outside
Yes.
in the sun
Yes.
and feeding my swans.
Feeding your swans.
Yeah. They just had 5 babies.
Oh.
Yeah. They're so cute.
That's awesome.
Now, how about you?
I think the activity that makes me the happiest is when I'm engaging with my son
Probably.
in some way, like dancing or chasing or tickling or playing in
Sure,
the
I get
ocean or
that.
the pool, something like that. That's what makes me the happiest. Okay. Number 5
Okay.
is an element of deep.
All right.
What is the thing in your life that you find the hardest to do?
Again, getting older. The hardest to do, and I hate to admit this, but I'm going to clean.
Mm.
I have a hard time cleaning,
Mm.
and I don't know why, because it's not like I don't like clean. I like clean.
Yeah.
It's just doing it.
You also have done it so much. or your whole life. You know what I mean? Like,
it's funny you said that, because it's like a vicious circle every day.
Yeah.
It's like, man, oh man, I don't mind doing laundry. I don't mind doing dishes. It's the cleaning thing. It's like cleaning the floors, dusting and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I have a hard time doing that.
And there's a lot that needs to be done in your house too because of animals. So
yeah.
I think it's wearing. I think that's what it happens is you get worn out from it. Yeah,
you're probably right. Yeah. Okay, so how about you?
Me, well, my son requires a lot of cooking. I have to cook a lot.
Oh.
And I'm not a fan of cooking.
Oh,
like
okay.
I like cooking occasionally. Like if I'm gonna have people over, I like to cook for that. Or if I get an idea, I want to try something or whatever, I like to cook for that. But I just, these days, I'm constantly cooking. Like I cook every day for a few hours every day. It's a little bit of a slog for me,
And it's funny, I don't mind cooking. And I really don't mind doing dishes. It's just when you have so many dishes after you've been cooking. Yeah. That's when it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
And, I've been watching this one commercial for, I don't know, some new stuff you throw in the dishwasher. There's no way you're putting that pot, that pan, that greasy, icky, sticky, gunky
tomato
pan.
sauce ridden.
Yeah, that's all burnt up.
Yeah.
And you're coming out with a clean pan. It's not happening.
Not
happening. I'm sorry.
I know. And that's my thing too. Like most of the dishes that I have, the pots and everything, I do by hand.
Yeah,
so
I do too.
It's like, okay, French toast and bacon every morning. Like it's a couple of hours and then the lunch and then dinner and everything. And I'm just like, oh, I cleaned this pan 3 times today.
Yeah.
It's like,
exactly.
But anyway, those were the deep questions.
Okay. Thank you for those.
You're welcome. Table topics.
Bring it on.
All right, here we go.
It's red box time.
Yeah. Oh, I can't answer this, but you can. Which sports team has the best mascot?
I'm going to say the Philadelphia Phillies. Even though I'm a Mets fan, the Philly fanatic. He's fantastic.
Is he?
Oh my God.
I mean, I don't know comparatively. I mean, I've seen him. He's good, but
oh God, he's so funny.
Okay.
He's good. I'd say he's the best.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go with you on that one.
Okay. Trust me, he's the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next. How would you like to spend your elder years?
As opposed to these older years.
Yeah. Well, these are not really elder. You're
no,
not
I
in your
get
elder
it.
years.
Okay. Alrighty. Probably traveling. Traveling throughout the country. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
I wouldn't mind traveling within the country in my elder years, but
exactly.
I definitely don't want to go once I'm quote unquote old. Yeah. I don't want to go overseas.
I don't either. No, I'm talking about within the country. Bring the dog. And
get you a nice RV or whatever. And fool around. That would be all right. I'd be all right with that.
Yeah. Either that or get a, big van or a big truck and stay at a hotel.
Even better.
Yeah, even better, right? Yeah. Because I've done the RV thing.
All right.
Okay.
Is it more important to be book smart or street smart?
Street smart. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely more important to be street smart. Yeah. It's nice to be book smart.
Oh, well, book smart has absolutely.
Yeah. But street smart, yeah.
Yeah, it'll get you a little further than that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have that common sense. You got to be able to tell a shyster from somebody who's, actually giving you a legitimate deal. And yeah, definitely.
That one's easy.
Yeah, that one's easy.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's interesting.
Okay.
If you could have front row seats to any concert, who would you like to see?
The Beatles.
Well, it doesn't say that are not around anymore.
Okay.
It doesn't say living or dead or whatever.
In this case, it would be living, and I'm going to go with Paul McCartney.
Okay.
I'd even go with Billy Joel.
That's a good one, too. I was thinking about him.
Yeah. At Madison Square Garden, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But my first choice would be Paul McCartney.
What do I want?
You'd say Foo Fighters, probably.
You know what? I was thinking of Foo Fighters, but then for a Foo Fighters concert, this is going to sound
I'm not sure
silly.
I want to be
in
the front row.
Yeah, I don't want to stand.
Yeah.
I think maybe Adele.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with Adele.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. All right. Should we do another one?
One more.
Okay, one more. I don't like this question.
Okay, throw it out.
Okay. Who's the funniest person alive?
Going back to our quote of the day, Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks. He's pretty freaking funny.
He really is. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Ricky Gervais.
Really?
Yeah. I almost pee with him. He makes me laugh really hard.
He's funny.
He's pretty fun. He surprises me with where he goes with his stuff. So I'm going to pick him.
There you go.
Even though I do agree Mel Brooks is very, very funny.
You got to give it to Mel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pick Ricky just because you've already picked Mel, so he is mentioned.
Okay.
All right. That was our table topics. That was fun.
You got to tell me the one you skipped.
Oh, the one I skipped was, would you stop eating all junk food to live 5 years longer?
Oh, stupid question.
Super question.
Yeah.
And the answer is no.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing to discuss here.
That's right. Because I couldn't do it even if I wanted to.
That's right. I'm not going to not have cake so I can live 5 years longer. What would be the point? If I couldn't eat friggin' cake, why would I be alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have ringing in your ears sometimes?
Occasionally.
Yeah, but it's rare, right?
Yeah.
I have it all the time anymore.
You have tinnitus?
I do.
Oh.
I do. And doctor checked it, and it's like, it's not earwax or anything like that. Your ears are clear. It's inner.
Huh.
So I did a little research, and I found this one yoga move that you put your middle fingers in your ears.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that.
Okay.
I tried it already and it didn't work, but I'm going to try again.
Rarely does anything ever work the first time. You usually have to build on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'd be interested to know how that works out for you. Let me know.
I will.
That's interesting because with the ears thing, I've been doing a thing for my ears too that helps you relax. And you got all pressure points in your ears. So if you squeeze your ears, not too hard. I mean, you don't want to rip your ears off or anything, but if you do stuff around your ears, it helps you relax. I need all the help I can get to relax.
Yeah, I hear you.
If you enjoyed this episode, remember to tell your friends and follow us on Facebook at Sense and Nonsense, A to Z, all one word. And wherever you're listening, please like our episodes. And if you're listening on YouTube, subscribe to our channel and be sure to hit the notification bell to get notified of each episode as it becomes available.
We appreciate you listening. With that, we're out of here.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.